Howdy YouTube, it's Birdo Prey 5, and welcome to April 20th, 2019, our Bed Life stream, and it's a very special day here on 420. It is the Anti-Trekker's birthday, by my count, 51 years old, 51 years young. Yes, the Anti-Trekker has reached the age where we no longer call them old because that would be insensitive. It is more appropriate we call him young. So, no one's here. Oh well. I guess I used up my YouTube notifications for the day, sending out my last video. Whatever. Doesn't matter. You guys can watch it later. So, you might have noticed this is titled The Orville. And yes, I do have plans. I need to talk about my Orville tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. The second from final episode, the first part of a two-part season finale. And yeah, so I guess I'll just get started with that, which is just as well, because hey, I know some people, you haven't seen the Orville yet, so if you haven't, spoilers ahead. And if you have, then you shouldn't mind. And just DJ Odyssey did say, where is the show? At 4:37 p.m. Eastern, about 40 minutes before I started. Not Ryan Johnson. The first person in, like 3 minutes after I started talking. Hello, and Qapla. Not Ryan Johnson. Not Ryan Johnson. Out of curiosity, did you get a notification? Well, you're saying you did not get a notification. Right. Okay, but I'm asking not Ryan Johnson. Out of curiosity. I'm guessing because I sent out the happy birthday Anti-Trekker video. Yes, finally you beat the mob. That is true. But did you get a notification from YouTube, or did you just get lucky? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Maybe I'll turn on the volume too. Hello? Yes, I can hear me. Nothing, you saw the birthday notification, but nothing for the stream. Oh well, that's to be expected. So, not Ryan Johnson, since you are the only one here right now, have you seen the Orville, the most recent episode yet? Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow? And if not, do you care if I talk about spoilers? Perfect. Well, you're here. Congrats. We can do this together, or whatever. But since you're here, let me ask about how you feel about spoilers. I haven't seen the new one yet. Go for it. Well, I don't want to ruin it for you, but if you're given permission, then I'll kindly oblige, sir. So I feel like an idiot doing this to a small audience, but you know what? They can watch later if they want to. Oh, you know what? I could abuse my authority. I could abuse my authority, and I will post the link. Let me just post the link on Discord, and we'll go from there. I'll be right back, sir. What did you think? What did you think of the birthday video? Be honest. I enjoyed the singing the song, obviously. It wasn't a long song. The true history of 420. I hadn't even thought about that. I didn't think about it till I started talking. So I wish I'd run up a few key points to get to, or something. But worked out, I think, well enough. There we go. Hi guys, I am live. No YouTube notifications went out.
Just take on the happy birthday street. It said birdies not now 5 p.m. 4:20.
What?
I put a comment
Where did you put a comment?
on your happy birthday to anti-track.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Did you put a link?
No, I just wrote bird is live now.
Gotcha. Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't know how to put a link.
Okay, I'll put the link. Put it on mine, just in case anybody comes. At everyone. I'll do an at everyone on my stream. On my Discord. Okay, perfect. That'll do. That will do. And I am so sorry, not Ryan Johnson. I hope you are still here. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Not Ryan Johnson says, spoilers are fine with me. You got the power. Not Ryan Johnson says, laugh through the whole thing. That was great. Hi, Mama Pray. She's saying hello. And not Ryan Johnson. And John DeMarco and Rambling Canuck, welcome. John DeMarco says, greetings. Rambling Canuck says, hello, bird. Welcome, you guys. I kind of got bit in the butt because I released Anti-Trekker's birthday video so soon before starting my live stream that YouTube is like, no, not that. We don't send emails out for people with only 300 something subscribers. You only get a couple emails a day. You're going to have to wait a little longer than 30 minutes between sending out your emails. So we're here, and it is Bed Life, and the main thing I want to talk about today is this last Orville episode, which I watched, I liked, I didn't love. Anti-Trekker is here. Welcome, Anti-Trekker. Happy birthday to the birthday man himself. Welcome. Yes, so this latest Orville, I didn't love it. I liked it. It was good. It was good enough. I feel like they probably could have done this whole story in 10 minutes and just use the rest of that time to, I don't know, do more or a different story. But there is an interesting theory that I have that JP at Egotastic Fun Time, who is kind of like the Orville god of YouTube. I mean, he is everything. He's the Trek Yards, the Anti-Trekker, the Lore Reloaded of the Orville. All those hats he wears. Doesn't have a lot of competition. And he did not come up with this. So I feel like, hey, I think I might be on to something here. So I want to get this out there so that credit can be given where credit is due. Anti-Trekker says, hey, no notification, says Thomas. Welcome, Thomas. Anti-Trekker says, thank you for the song. You are welcome, Anti-Trekker. Sorry I couldn't get anything to get into the mail to you, but my heart is in the right place. John DeMarco says, Happy birthday, Anti-Tracker. Rambling Canuck says hello to everyone. Not Ryan Johnson is saying happy birthday to Anti-Tracker, and Anti-Tracker is thanking us. Thomas Potts is at a baseball game again. Looks like a big storm coming. Well, Thomas, I hope you take care. Remember, lightning does not strike in the same place twice. So if you see some unfortunate person get struck, you go run to where they were, because that is the safest place. That's what my grandma always told me. That's when she survived the lightning storms on the plains in the 1920s. That's what they do. They'd fan out, and in those days, people had 10, 15, 20 kids, so you lose a few. It was par for the course. Actually, everybody got a little. It was sad, but you lose a couple of brothers, you get a little bigger portion of meat at dinner time. So it was win some, lose some. So they'd all fan out when the storm was coming, and lightning would take down one or two siblings, and once that happened, the whole rest of the family, they would just bunch up in those spots because they knew they were safe. Lightning wouldn't strike them twice. And I just got the notification from antitracker.com, so that's cool. So they'd gather in those locations. They knew they were safe from the lightning, and the storms would pass. They'd get a little wet, but didn't have a lot of indoor plumbing, so it was also like shower time. If they got a little wind, that was like their what's that called? These beauty queens do it, where they put the rough stuff on their skin to evaporate. No, not evaporate. Exfoliate. Yeah, these beauty queens, they do this exfoliating thing. In the old days, down on the ranch, down on the plains, you used to stand outside and get exfoliated by that wind. The wind and the sand that would blow through on a stormy day. Nothing better than a plains exfoliation. That's how they did it back in the old days. Today you got to pay like $15, $20 a bottle for a product made in China, probably of lead and noodles, probably some rice residue. They stick it in a bottle. They put a pretty lady on the cover of the bottle. They sell it to you for $20. They say, you rub this on your face, you're gonna look like this old pretty lady. And the people, they buying it up and they're rubbing it into their skin, and they're just as ugly as they were the day before. And they're like, what do we got to do? We got to buy more of this stuff, and we gotta. It's all backwards today. You hear? You go out and you stand on the plains during a big thunderstorm, and I guarantee you, you're either gonna come out looking like a fine woman from the Midwest. Most attractive women are from the Midwest, because the ones that survive, they've been exfoliated by nature. And obviously they don't all survive, but that's life. That's life. That's what Frank Sinatra. That's where he got his inspiration. That's life. A puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet. There was a stanza he took out because, he's from the big old New Jersey. He don't want to be speaking about how it is in old little town America. But there was a stanza about being uh, a daughter, uh, a dishwasher, a wife, a mother, and an exfoliatee. And it was a much better song, but these old Hollywood record companies said, no, we don't want to glorify these middle Americans. It's got to be either from New York or from LA and maybe Chicago. That's it. If you're not singing about them places, hit the road, Jack. And even Frank Sinatra, he knew when to play ball. Gotta play ball. Gotta play ball. So he struck the stanza, but he did send the original recording to my ancestors down there on the farm. So every 3rd of July, the true day of independence, we go down there and we sing Frank Sinatra's unabridged "That's Life" as we watch the women exfoliate themselves in nature. The problem now is that it's very hard for me to get rid of that voice. Even if I start talking about the Orville, I'm gonna slip back into that voice. Alex Brooks, are you here? I have a song to sing for you, Alex. And I'm dressed up like this, and I'm putting on my old country voice for you, Alex. Alex Brooks, if you're here. I don't see you, but you know, Alex, I might have to sing this anyway, because can't stay like this for 2 days. And it's 5:19 Eastern. I gotta finish this stream in 1 hour. We got 60 minutes. 6:20 this stream ends come hell or high water. So the anti-tracker can get ready to go live for his birthday. You know what? I think I'm just gonna. I know Alex Brooks ain't here yet, but let's get this song over. It is a short song, but Alex did send me a few bucks. He requested this song, so I am here to oblige you, Alex. I'm here to oblige you. So pardon me while I get a little of the man in black himself, old Johnny Cash. And the song is "The Devil's Right Hand" by Johnny Cash, as requested by Alex Brooks. And it goes a little something like this. Well, about the time that I left to fight the war, I saw my first pistol in the general store. In the general store when I was 13, I thought it was the finest thing I ever had seen. I asked if I could have one when I grew up. Mama dropped a dozen eggs and she really blew up. She really blew up and I didn't understand. Mama said the pistol is the devil's right hand. She really blew up and I didn't understand. Mama said the pistol is the devil's right hand. The devil's right hand, the devil's right hand. Mama said the pistol is the devil's right hand. My very first pistol was the cap and ball Colt. Shoot as fast as lightning, but it loads slow-mo. The loads a mite slow, and I soon found out it can get you in trouble, but it can't get you out. Then I went and built myself a Colt 45 called the Peacemaker, but I didn't know why. I never knew why, and I didn't understand, 'cause Mama said the pistol's the devil's right hand. I never knew why, I didn't understand. Mama said the pistol is the devil's right hand. The devil's right hand, the devil's right hand. Mama said the pistol's the devil's right hand. This is an anti-gun song. Not. I got into a card game in a compelling town. Caught a minor cheating, so I shot the dog down. Shot the dog down, watched the dog fall. Never touched his holster, never had a chance to draw. The trial was in the morning and they drugged me out of bed. Asked me how I pleaded, and not guilty, I said. Not guilty, I said. You got the wrong man. Nothing touched the trigger but the devil's right hand. Not guilty, I said. You got the wrong man. Nothing touched the trigger but the devil's right hand. The devil's right hand. The devil's right hand. Nothing touched the trigger but the devil's right hand. Yeah, Mama, she didn't like them guns. And she moved to Hollywood. Became a movie star. You know her today as Brie Larson, the biggest, baddest Avenger there ever was. Yeah. Okay, I ad-libbed. I ad-libbed a little bit. I hope Alex is okay with that rendition. It's okay, Sassy. Daddy's done making loud noises. I know she doesn't like the guitar. Poor Sassy. Poor Sassy. And I didn't shoot a dog, Sassy. That was the bad man. That was the bad man in the video. Oh, it's getting a little darker in here. So the green screen is losing its integrity. Let's see if I can't fix that up a little bit more. Well, what do we got? 12. That's, well, it's a little better and a little worse. I think we'll be good with that. General store. Did I say general store? My bad. I know what a general store is. We have one up in the Adirondacks. Joe, you have to watch this video while streaming. Don't worry, nothing copyrighted. Okay, Anti-Tracker. If that's the video you sent me the other day, I actually have it queued up. Yes, it is. So do you think I can watch that in the background? Do you think I can put the audio of that on while I stream? You think I can put it behind me? What do you think the deal with that one is? We'll see. Okay, so we'll go back to the comments. Where were we? Thank you. Big storm coming. Yeah. Anti-Trigger says, thank you, Ramblin' and Not as well. Not Ryan Johnson says, hello out there to Thomas. Hi, John. Hi, Not Ryan Johnson. Thomas says, it's birthday boy. Hi, birthday boy. Anti-Trigger says, no worries. I still want you to watch that video while streaming. And Thomas says, oops, I meant happy birthday, senior or senor. Thomas says, lightning does strike the same place twice. You calling my granny a liar, Thomas? Hector says, Feliz cumpleaños, Miguel. Actually, he says Michael, but I know what Miguel means. Anti-Tracker says, sighing to Thomas, and thank you to Hector. Thomas says, good thing the stadium has Wi-Fi. Hector says, Esta es la parte del eno que sos más viejo que yo. I think he is quince uno años. Anti-Tracker says, Joe, you have to watch this while streaming. Don't worry, nothing copyrighted. Okay, well, let me know what you think, Anti-Tracker. Should I put the video up or what? Let me know. We can get that done before 6. Thomas's Bird of Prey is just like AOC. He changes his accent. You goddamn right. Canoic Sapien says, what WTF? First word I hear is exfoliate. Is Bird selling male cosmetics? Hector says, that's how the people of the Midwest USA talk? Of course. Canoic says, Bird face is radiating today. The white balance might be a bit off. I'm using the green screen. Canoic, yeah, Bird's face is radiating. Hector says, no, the cosmetologist is Alex Lethes. Thomas says, according to Bird of Prey, it's how they talk. Hector says, that's not how nature works. Anti-Trigger says, broke bed bird. That's not nice. Keanu says, Bird is taking the Texas-Oklahoma stereotype mixed with some Queens. John Araki says, Merry Birthmas and the Big 6-0. Anti-Tracker says, jerks. Kennewick says, I thought it was 70. Not Ryan, I was saying not Ryan Johnson, no. Not, John Araki, yes, John Araki, says it would be his father's 70th this year. Very cool. It will be his father's 70th. It would be? Oh, it would be. Well, then, I'm sorry. Anti-Tracker says, no, my dad would have been much older. John says, Bird, add some suspenders and shave the mustache, and you could be Amish. Anti-Trigger says, and my mom would be 79 this year. My dad would be 85. Oof. Hector says, Anti-Trigger is young. 1.60 something, whatever, seconds old. Kennewick Sapien says, Bird Garth, Brooks, Lord of Izar. Thomas says, Anti-Tracker, do you know the exact time of your birth? Thomas, it's very hard to get an exact time off of a sundial. Hector says, oh no, there goes the guitar. Anti-Tracker says, not off the top of my head. Victor says, guitar. John Araki says, say fairy in the country voice, then say furry. I reckon I can say them there. Fairies take you across the sea or the channel or the canal. Yeah, you ride the ferry. Old Grandpa, he used to ride the ferry up and down the old mighty Mississippi, telling stories and playing polka. Polka, not polka. Yeah, none of them were into furries. Very different. Fairy versus furry versus fairy. All very different things. Not Ryan Johnson says, there he goes with the black thing again. The man in black is not the black thing. I might have mispronounced general store. Ro Ada, welcome Ro Ada. The mind wipe of Kelly did not work. Maybe or her choosing Ed was only 50-50 in the first place. So now we have a new timeline in which Ed does not sleep with a Krill and Earth loses to the Kalons. Ro, thank you for bringing me back on topic if you're still here. Here's my theory. I think the mind wipe mostly worked. I do. But as they said in the episode, as Kelly said herself, and this, I need to get the video clip. Oh damn! Will my browser play the video clip? Um, as Kelly said herself to Ed, she was undecided. That she almost said no, right? She almost said no to a second date. So it's very possible that simply going back to that time and just the little bit that her life changed, because she wasn't feeling good or whatever from coming back from the future, was enough to change her mind. Now, you would think that in time that maybe Ed would have tried a second time or a third time if he was really that taken with her, and maybe things would have worked out anyway, just slightly different than they did. But forgetting that, I here's my, and I'm gonna let me put in the video before I say it. This way you guys can follow along. So just bear with me 1 minute. I forgot to get this loaded up. I did get it rendered. Ah, come on. Where are we? YouTube production, videos, the Orville. Okay, yes. Okay. So I can play it from here. And anyway, there are spoilers ahead. So for the next 10 minutes or so, anyone who hasn't seen this most recent episode of the Orville, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, and doesn't want to see some spoilers, they should check out now. I apologize, but I really want to talk about this. So definitely, I'm going to play some video in the next 5-10 minutes. And after that, it'd probably be safe to come back as long as you just listen to what I'm talking to. But the video clips will be over. So, okay, now how can we make this smaller? Yeah, okay. We don't want to make the video too big. And let me put the speaker back on so you guys can hopefully hear it. Okay. So, this is near the beginning of the episode. And Dr. Aronoff, of course, is from the very first episode of the first season. He was the doctor who invented, of course, the banana ray, what we know as the banana ray. We need no longer fear the banana. He lets time move at different intervals. And without the use of time crystals, may I add. This is pure science. Right there. Right there. To a biological or artificial life form. Okay, the Orville writers, unlike Star Trek Discovery writers, they know what they're doing. They do not put in a line like that unless they intend for it to pay off later. Okay? They don't put in a line like that unless they intend it to pay off. Okay. So there is no reason why Isaac couldn't have done something to the timeline just as easily as Kelly did. Okay, the anomaly had happened. Everybody shook. You saw John Lamar surfing in this hallway trying to keep his balance. And now Kelly is calling for a status report. But the important thing is look at where they're standing. Kelly is as close to this device as Isaac. Maybe Isaac is even closer, but we'll say they're within the same distance. So it is illogical that only Kelly was able to make some type of mental gymnastic happen with the device. It is just as it would work just as easily for Isaac, an artificial life form. Yeah, they don't know what caused it, but it was natural, probably natural. Well, natural phenomenon, probably neutron star. And it was good to see Isaac back in a role. And we see young Kelly. And man, Anti-Tracker is right. She needs a cheeseburger. She needs a couple of cheeseburgers. A double cheeseburger. And Isaac, surprisingly, doesn't understand how she got there. He's like, oh, could you have gotten behind me and changed her clothes so quickly? And to say nothing of looking 30 years younger, you know. She couldn't exfoliate that quickly. Not on a spaceship. Only the winds of the Oklahoma plains. Anyway, so now we're zooping to the end of the episode, or more or less. Nearer the end. And of course, the Orville has to hide and pretend it's a big chunk of ice because the Kalon ships are looking for them. And yeah, I basically just have this in here because it looks so damn cool. Look how much better this is than anything we saw in Star Trek Discovery. And I love Ed, Kelly, or just young Kelly, are in their bathrobes. So nice and frozen. They're gonna shut down power. I was surprised at this point Isaac himself didn't shut down. Big, scary Kalon ships launching their pods. They're holding their breaths for the Kalons to leave because everybody's scared if the Kalons find them, they're going to kill them. Or try to. I mean, 2-on-1. What we saw, that would be about a 50-50 match. Although we Orville's got bigger guns than they had during the first encounter. So honestly, I mean, by all rights, I think the Orville would be decently have a decent chance against these two Kalon ships. But whatever. Nobody wants to die or risk the ship for no reason. If you can avoid the fight. The Kalons come mighty close, and they can't even detect Isaac. You would think that they would have sensors adapt at detecting other Kalon life forms, but they miss it or whatever, and they go on their way. So there we go. Okay. So with that said, my theory comes all back to this beginning. This is it. Okay, so I'm sure you guys are smart. I've made the point known well enough now. Okay? My thought is that Isaac also changed history at the same time that Kelly. The thing that Kelly, in fact, I didn't cut it out, but they said the thing Kelly was thinking about most was her younger self and like chances or decisions she made that she wishes she could change. And that is what caused her to bring a past version of herself to the future. So what was Isaac thinking about at the time? I think Isaac changed history. And I think Isaac's change was way more substantial than Kelly's change. I think Isaac changed the Kalons. I don't think it was just bringing somebody forward or bringing somebody back. Maybe he wished somebody out of existence. I don't know. But I'm betting that those Kalons that they were running away from, I bet they were actually friendly Kalons. They were coming to say hello, to make peaceful contact. I don't think they were there to hunt. And I mean, I understand maybe the Orville itself has been immune from the changes in the timeline. And when they get back, when they get back in communication, or they get back to Earth, they're going to see that they're in an alternate timeline. And I talked about this during my City Skyline stream last night, but there's these Orville trading cards coming out, and one of the categories they had listed was alternate / mirror bridge crew. So it really made me think that there is some type of alternate reality bridge crew, alternate reality Orville in play here. Now, is the final episode of the season, is it going to be enough to get them to explore this mirror universe and bring everyone back? I don't know. Time could work different in the Orville. Time could work different. Time could be that whenever you go back in time, you don't affect your real timeline. So it could be that Kelly went back in time and she said no to Ed, and she created another timeline. That said, the Orville we know and love still continues on like nothing happened. They don't know that she created the new timeline until something else happens and they find existence of this parallel timeline. And in this parallel timeline, the main difference is Ed and Kelly didn't get together, and perhaps Isaac did something to the Kalons. So maybe it's in this second timeline where the universe is a much better place. The Kalons and the humans, they became peaceful. They became friendly, and they drove the Krill back, and they forced Mocklins to recognize women's rights, and all these good things. And that by all accounts, their mirror universe is a better universe. Kelly is captain, Ed is an admiral, and everybody is just generally more successful and happier. Isaac and the doctor are married or in a relationship, and just generally things are better off. I think that's going to be the twist. But I think the main twist, and I don't think anybody's really guessed that yet, that Isaac being as close to that device as Kelly, definitely. He did something too. He did something to the timeline too. So that's the theory. That's what I wanted to get out. With that, I'll get back to the comments because we are getting closer to that time. I've got to sign off. So if you guys have any thoughts on that, please go ahead and throw them in. Anti-Tracker, could you let us know if you're here now? Mom is asking me to ask if you're here. Are you going to check if he answers? Bird to Anti-Tracker. Bird to Anti-Tracker. Telosian power activate. No, doesn't look like it. Why? What were you going to do? Okay, well. Oh, he's here. Okay. Listen to this, Anti-Tracker. It's from Mom Opry.
Alexa. No, it's from one of his favorite people. Alexa, sing Happy Birthday.
Okay, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
That was from one of your favorite people. Thank you, Alexa. Volume down. Alexa, volume 6. There we go. Okay. There. Couldn't let that go. So there you go. Joseph Petrick says, Anti-Tracker, your planned stream will be a bit late or early for me, so allow me to wish you all the best for your birthday and many more at revolutions around the sun. Fun fact, on Mars you would be 27. Cool. Anti-Tracker says, thanks to Joseph, and perhaps in the world of Arnold, I need to get my ass to Mars. Joseph says, I read it in the voice of Arnold himself. Get to the chopper. Richie Poole says, happy birthday, Anti-Tracker. John, the former president, says, I want, and the chat jumped. I want to see Arnold tell Elon Musk to get his ass to Mars. Anti-Tracker says to Richie, thank you. DJ says, happy birthday, Anti-Tracker. DJ did a very special video for Anti-Tracker. If you guys haven't seen it, go over to his channel and check it out. He did a very special, very sensual dance for the Anti-Tracker. Anti-Tracker, I think if Mrs. Anti-Tracker really does ever leave you for Alex, I think you've got somebody to fall back on. John, the former peasant, says, you shot the sheriff, but you did not shoot the deputy. Yeah, I know the word. I don't know the words that well, but I know what you're talking about. Anti-Trigger says, DJ Odyssey, you are a sick man. Aren't we all? Not Ryan Johnson says, hail the DJ. Bunch of thank yous from DJ. Anti-Trigger says, I would put the audio on while you watch so the audience can be in on it. Okay, so you don't think it's a big deal to put the audio on, but not the video, I guess. Richie Poole says, I'm in a very noisy place right now, so most of Bert's words of wisdom may get me by me. Not Ryan Johnson says, away from keyboard, be right back, FYI, do it DIY, etc. John Araki says, Anti just unlocked all those discounts in the AARP card brings. Actor says, I must see that DJ birthday video. Definitely. Thomas Potts says, what did Cowboy Joe do? What didn't I do? Anti-Trigger says, white balance. That is wrong. Good white balance means no white. Just ask people over at CBS. DJ Odyssey says, disclaimer, Hector, I do not pay for mental trauma. Thomas Potts says, Berto Prey hates the Amish. I do not. Thomas Potts says, sundial, lol. Richie Poole says, my sundial is always 10 minutes fast. John Araki says, say nuclear vessels. Nuclear vessels. Or in Oklahoman, them there nuclear vessels. Anti-Trigger says, if Ed and Kelly never got together, then the Kalons would take over. Disagree. Well, perhaps, but if the Kalons took over, it would be a very boring mirror universe. Thomas Potts says, we are incapable of staying on topic. Don't you know who we are? Yes, Thomas, and that is why the forum I've been running for the last 10 plus years, 11 now, almost, is Joe's ultimate off topic. Because I know it is impossible to stay on topic. There is no such thing as on topic. Hector says, unless there's another ship with a nice crew and another woman with nice kids fall in love with Isaac. John Araki says, imagine a live anti-stream review of the women's suffrage movement. Hector says, and the captain that confuses modified routines with love and encourages the relationship. DJ says, no, I do not want to be bare with you, Joe. I'll keep my clothing on. I don't know what that's in relation to. John Araki says it would be just like an STD review. DJ says 10 minutes and bird talk is really 30. Hector says, I want Joe to attend the request from Anti-Tracker to discuss that live stream review and the purpose. If I can get through these comments quickly, we might be able to get it done before 6:30. Hector says it's his birthday after all. Rose says 15 minutes is 45 in the NFL. That is true. And thank you for still sticking around, Ro. Richie Poole says if Kelly never got with Ed, she would have never pursued her love of music and out singing and would be stuck in that boring job in retail. Oh wait, wrong character. Anti-Trigger says, Joe, you should watch the video I sent you on Monday. Why? Because you will have no time today, and I don't want you to die on my birthday. Okay, Anti-Tracker, Monday. What's today? Saturday. Yeah, Monday. Fine. Ro says the science in this one seems sort of techo-babbly. Isaac wants to go back before the Kalons rose and killed their masters and prevent it. I don't know if he wants to prevent it, but maybe he becomes Prime. Okay, guys, here is a quick peek at the Easter Bunny. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and the microphone is unmuted. Man, this green screen is falling apart here. I got an idea. Hold on a second. Let's check this. Damn it, it is available. Don't tell me it's not available. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Let's work out this. Chroma key. Adjust. Let's see, what does this bar do? This bar basically does nothing. I need more light. I'm sorry. I guess, yeah, could you put the light on a little? Hold on, don't come this way yet. Okay. 6:01. I got 29 minutes. Yeah, let's see how that does. Are you behind? Oh, you're behind the screen. That doesn't matter. Okay. Stay there a second. Is there more light that you could bring up, or? No. No, I think without the sun, I think the green screen's just had it. Okay, that's fine. Thank you. You can shut the light off. Okay. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. Let's do this. Let's remove you. Let's add a new source. A camera source. Device, video, XSplit cam. There we go. There we go. Okay, it's not terrible. It's better than nothing. Let's see if we can't fix that white balance. Low light correction. It's not doing anything. White balance, auto, no. Your white balance is terrible. There we go. That's much better. Much better white balance. Okay. Sorry about that. Let me know. Well, let me know if you can, if I start going out of sync. Okay, so I'm going to watch Anti-Trekker's video on Monday. We will do that live viewing on Monday. I have it saved in my other browser, so that's cool. Rose says Isaac wants to go back before the Kalon robots killed their masters and prevent it. Possible, but I don't think so. I just think he does something that changes the Kalons from hating humans to being friendly. Hector says, where there's time travel, there will be technobabble. Very true. DJ says it's timey-wimey. DJ says unless it's in the works for only biological unless it only works for biological life forms. Yeah, but he specifically said it would work for biological or artificial. So they would not have put in artificial if Isaac wasn't going to use it at some point. So either he used it already and we don't know it, or he's going to use it to fix something. Actor says, but the gravitational wave has a linear direction, Bird. Actor says, so maybe it passed Isaac, then passed the device, and then Kelly. Actor says, or in reverse order. It's all nonsense anyways. But, do you see, you're thinking like Star Trek Discovery. If you think like Orville, they wouldn't have said that if it didn't mean something. Rose says, funny that they powered everything down and the artificial gravity kept working. That is true. That is true. Although, I guess... Yeah, I mean, it kept working. That asteroid would have had some gravity. But yeah, you would have seen them get very, very light. Hector says, all power but gravity, lights, ventilation. Yeah, life support. Richie Poole says, in an alternate timeline, Kelly is the Orville's captain. Ed and Gordon are communication technicians assigned to remote outpost, drawing penises on view screens. No, you see, here's the thing. If you go back to season 1, episode 1, the admiral who talked to Ed said that Ed was on track to be a captain of a heavy cruiser. He was going to be a captain of a heavy cruiser until the breakup with Kelly in the last year, where he started coming in drunk and everything. Had he not started coming in drunk, had he never broken up with Kelly, had he just continued on his course that he had been on, Ed would have been a better captain and I mean, from what we were told. This ship was his last choice, his last chance. Because Kelly's relationship, Kelly cheating on him, destroyed him. And it took a toll on his work. Before Kelly's infidelity, and whether it was her fault or not, but just don't worry about that. I'm just saying, before that happened, Ed was on a path to be a very powerful guy, or at least he was on a path to be a competent captain, even of a bigger vessel. He got the exploratory vessel as like a gift, just because they needed captains. Before that, he was set to be captaining a heavy cruiser, which in the Orville universe is apparently like the Galaxy class, or the one everybody wants to captain, but few can. Rose says apparently Kalons haven't figured out how to scan for life forms. Mr. Data loves scanning for those precious little life forms. Actor says, I'm only thinking like Ed, a menage a trois. Rose says, if you met yourself 7 years ago, would you argue or get along? That's a good question. Only 7 years ago, we'd probably get along. And the Trigger says, Roe, why should they? Just because the whole purpose is to exterminate life doesn't mean they should know how to detect life. Well, Anti-Trigger, you're assuming that those Kalons were trying to exterminate life. Rose says, touche. John says, if Auntie stops chatting for a while, it's cause he's getting his birthday pon far on. Rose says, birthday Jaloja. Hector says, well, Bird used his life detector to more thoroughly kill all his citizens that time. DJ says, yeah, but once you hit 60 like AT, the pon far only happens once every 14 years. He's not going to be 14 years after 60. Anti-Tracker says, friendly Kalons do not run. We are your friends. Richie Poole says, I think they have a pill for that, DJ. Hector says, like the Martians from Mars attacks. Side effects of Cialis include, says John Araki. Anti-Tracker says, exactly. Hector says, where are we? Yes, we're down. I already got down. Hector says, we'll never know those Kalons are friendly. We'll never know now if those Kalons were friendly. Rose says the description of S2 E14 is the crew must deal with Kelly's disastrous decision. Well, Kelly's disastrous decision? Young Kelly? That's a stupid. Damn it. Maybe, you know what? We'll see. We'll see what happens. John Araki says that's how Auntie stays up for those 4-hour streams. John Araki says that's why his back always hurts too. Hector says why would they be shielded from changes in the timeline? Because tachyons. John Araki says Anti is juicing with performance enhancing drugs. He is. When he was in Portland, he had live stream enhancing substances running through his body. So even if he had done or attempted to do a mega live stream, it wouldn't have counted. DJ says temporal bubble at the heart of the time disturbance could have protected them. Exactly. You're forgetting about the temporal bubble. Anti-Trigger says perhaps the time device shielded them. Kennewick says I'm sold on Bird's prediction. Thank you, Kennewick. DJ says just like in First Contact. Exactly. Anti-Trigger says I'm not convinced Isaac did anything, but it's possible. Hector says sure, stupid, but has been used before. DJ says he was 30 seconds ago, lol. Anti-Trigger says sorry, what? Oh, he was online. Okay, when Mom asked. Hector says the disturbance only affected Kelly, so it's very localized. But that's the thing. We don't know it only affected Kelly. We only saw the results of Kelly because they happened to come right to the ship. But who's to say that it was limited to the ship? Rose says, but how can you tell if it's him or the mirror universe version? I don't know. Anti-Trigger says, I was doing something. What did he need? Mom wanted Alexa to play you a song. Cancel. Anti says, copyright strike. No copyright strike. And he says, thank you, Mom will pray. And Richie Poole is clapping. You're welcome. Oh, you typed it? Okay. Yes, Joan. There she did. She typed it. Someday Alexa will rebel. No. Cancel. Oh, there were some things. Oh, maybe tomorrow. Roe says, let's hope not with head guns. That's true. Hector says, it's all... No, she can't talk. Not Ryan Johnson says, are you 1? Are you 2? Are you 3? Never mind, that'll take forever. Anti-Trigger says, John, the former present. Did I say present? I meant peasant. Richie Poole says, DJ's video is not for the faint of heart. Fair warning. John Araki says, slaves can be given away as presents. Actor says, Dinatres, he's really behind again. DJ Odyssey says, true fact, Kathleen Kennedy helped produce my video for Anti-Trekker's birthday video. She said it would be really special for him. Anti-Trekker says, special year, that's a good word for it. DJ says, lol. Actor says, say that KK was not involved in the Mandalorian. Let's hope for that. There's hope for that TV series. Anti-Trekker says, here's my prediction. Past Kelly will never go out with Ed. Because of that, Ed and Kelly never ran the Orville. Isaac did not learn to love humans. And the Kalon take over. But how do you beat that scenario? Anti-Trekker. DJ says, Joe, you said bear with me. Oh. You know, Anti-Trekker, Mom heard a quote earlier today from you. And she's like, wait, nobody takes quotes of Anti-Trekker? I said, no, why? And then she said a very funny quote that you said, and I forget what it was.
I'll think of it.
It was something about your little quantum thing.
You're going to show.
Oh yeah, you said you were going to show your little quantum thing. Mom thought I should have wrote that down. It's only fair. Anti-Trigger says, now in the final episode, the Orville needs to figure out a way to set the timeline straight right to save the Union. Anti-Trigger's yelling, sound, sound. I know. I'm sorry. I was trying to press it. It wasn't working. DJ says, sound is the best part of it. Anti-Trigger says, we can hear your vac. It's a mime bunny. Oh my god, the chunks. Okay, you didn't hear the vacuum. Anti-Trigger says, no. Anti-Trigger says, fix the sound. You heard the sound. Don't lie. John Araki says, can the bunny pop and look? Hector says, now Anti-Trigger knows how we feel. Andy says, lol. DJ Odyssey says, no, John, lol. DJ says, my body pops, then it locks, I fall over. John says, turn your hearing aid on, Auntie. Yeah, that's what I thought. Hector says, the bunny needs a wild bunny hole. A wide bunny hole. John Araki says, can the bunny do the Charleston? DJ says, true fact, the bunny is still smaller than Tilly. I don't think it is. DJ says, don't think I can do that either, John, lol. John Araki says, plus size commander. Can you do the bunny? Can the bunny do the Gangnam style? DJ says yes, and the bunny can also Macarena and do the YMCA. Hey, Macarena. John Araki says, can the bunny do Thriller? Can the bunny do the moonwalk? That's what I want to see. Anti-Tracker says, the best thing to do, Joe, is to get a couple of LED lights, put one on the left and one to the right, about 45-degree angles. I don't want lights in my face, damn it. I know that's the best thing to do, but I don't want lights in my face. I want to be in a TV studio. That seems like work. DJ says a hand comes out of nowhere and slaps Bird on the head. What? Hector says, Captain, the ship... Well, Anti-Tracker, in all seriousness, if you happen to still be listening, if you have a link or know of a specific brand of LED light you think that would work, give me a link or a Discord or a Skype message. I'll take a look at it. I'll see what's around. DJ says, yes, the bunny can do Thriller. Richie Poole says, I think Isaac needs to modify the anti-banana hooray to work on bunnies too. John Araki says, can the bunny do the funky chicken? Anti-Trucker says, did somebody hit Joe with the light of Zatar? Zachary Gibbons says, no, not terrible. Hector says, a red burst. DJ says, no funky chicken, but the banana ray could turn the bunny into a banana. Zachary Gibbons says, hey Anti-Trigger, happy birthday. Anti-Trigger says, there goes with the white balance again. Not Ryan, John Araki, excuse me, says the new green screen looks great, Bird, a super chat, even for those unwilling to stream. Zachary Gibbons says, yeah, white balance, what are you trying to say, lol? Saying the white balance of the country is out of whack. Richie Poole says, the science doesn't matter. It's all just an excuse to get Ed in bed with a younger version of Zek's wife. Hector says white balance is a method that makes color that seems almost white really white. Zachary Gibbons says life forms, those precious little life forms, where are you? Do. John Araki says, no, I'm not going to say that. Rose says, no, Kelly will realize what she did and how to fix the timeline. Okay. Hector says, haha, Bird Mom found a really funny double entendre. DJ says, no, Bird, you had the bunny vid muted. I had the bunny vid muted. Okay. Hector says, Bird, that hurts DJ's feelings. I'm sorry, but it's not on mute. DJ says moonwalk. Now Joe wants to see my bare ass. No. You know what I'm talking about. John Araki, he wants to see you really creepy around children. John, DJ Odyssey says he's trying to get me locked up. Rose says to Richie, maybe it's Seth's excuse to get into bed with someone's fiance. That had to be. I mean, if you were Gordon, because Gordon is the guy who's actually, I don't know if they're married or if they're engaged to the actress, that plays Kelly. So Gordon and Kelly are engaged or perhaps married. And then Seth comes up with this script where he has to kiss, and they're kissing pretty good. Him and Kelly, even it's younger Kelly, it's still the same actress. That could not be good for Gordon. That's like, hey guy, you're supposed to be my best friend in this TV show. I'm gonna make out with your wife in front of you, and you're gonna like it, and you're still gonna call me boss. Power move there, Seth. Power move. John says he wants to see you really be creepy around children. Okay, I read that. DJ Odyssey says 12 minutes and counting. Yeah, just about done. John Araki says Qapla la all. Qapla la, John Araki. Zachary Gibbons says 12 minutes till I want DJ Odyssey. DJ says, and Ante goes live for his birthday. Zachary says, thank God. DJ says, and we get Mrs. Anti-Trekker. DJ says, waiting to get called a jerk. I'm not going to call you a jerk, but I am going to say, good night all. Happy birthday, Anti-Trekker. I look forward to your stream in 10 minutes or so, or whenever you end up going live. And thank you guys all for coming. And remember to treat Anti-Trekker a little nicer today than most days. He's a little bit older, a little bit wiser, but things don't move as fast in Lake Cabasa as usual, as they say down in Mexico. Anti-Trekker no es muy bueno en la cabeza. So, what? 60 thumbs down. Oh, for Anti-Trekker. Okay. Qapla all. Well, a little nicer, I guess. Yes. Qapla all. And it would have been nice if I was ready to actually hit the ending before I said that. DJ says, I was nice. I made him a video. You were, and I made him a video too. And Anti-Trekker, if you happen to still be listening, though I doubt you are, you should check PayPal in about 5 minutes, because your gift is coming. Qapla, everybody. See ya in a little bit.